In the studio today, I have the iPad Mini 7 versus the iPad Mini 5. Let's talk about it. What are the differences? Should you upgrade if you are coming from something like the iPad Mini 5? Is the 7 worth it? Let's talk. So the iPad Mini 5 has been out for a very long time at this point. And truth be told, it just kind of feels definitely slow. I mean, look at this thing, like it barely can keep up. You open up something like the App Store, it takes forever for it to load. It's in a bad spot right now. But if all you're doing is opening up, something like the Books app, that kind of thing, it is actually going to be okay once you load the book. That's the biggest issue with all this stuff, is it just takes time for you to actually get stuff open. And so like right now, I just opened this app like 30 seconds ago, and it's finally going through. And so if you're on something like the iPad Mini 5, I do think it is time to upgrade. If you're on a 4, it's definitely time to upgrade. And so that was that. Now let's look at like on the iPad Mini 7 right now. So let's just go to Books. If I open it up, see, it is literally instant. And that's the cool thing about having the A17 Pro chip, is that it is just absolutely instant. Plus, you do get, this is definitely an old design. Like look at these bezels right here. It is definitely showing its age. However, comparatively speaking, it's not doing too bad. I also don't like having the button on the bottom anymore. It's nice to have the gestures where you can slide up and you can actually get to all your different apps. Let me show you real quick. If you are coming if you're coming from the 5 to the 7, one of the things you do is you can just kind of swipe up and it'll open up all your different apps. And so that's pretty sweet. The other thing is on this iPad Mini is if you are somebody who wants to be a gamer, when you're gaming on this iPad, it really is a much better experience. Like I love loading up Clash of Clans, and clearly I've been getting my butt whooped recently. I don't have a chance to play all the time, but when I do get to play, Clash of Clans is a very fun game. And so as you can see, swiping in and out is really fast. Everything on this thing is super fast, which is really cool. So these iPad Minis, these new ones, they are fantastic. The battery life, standby battery life, is really great on these things. That's been something for me that has been super impressive, is the standby battery life. Like I will charge this thing on Monday. I'll use it for an hour when I'm reading. I'll read my Bible on it. I'll read books on it. I'll watch a little bit of YouTube. It's not till like Wednesday or Thursday where I really need to recharge it again. And so the standby battery life on this thing is absolutely incredible. But I think just like the standout features, obviously, having this older design is not fantastic. However, it is much more updated than the old iPad Mini 4 and iPad Mini 5. And so if you want something where it's got a little bit of bezel on it. So that's the one thing that I've talked about with this thing, is having that bezel makes it so that when you're reading a book, you can hold it on the side and not be accidentally tapping the screen. And so I don't mind having that bezel. It would have been nice having a bit better of a screen, maybe an OLED screen, having that camera put up on the side, like on the new iPad Pros and all that. But overall, it's not a big difference. So the reason why you would be upgrading from one of these iPads to the other really all comes down to the speed of that A17 chip, because it is just so much better than the old iPads. They're just, there is no comparison anymore. The old iPads, they really are just dirt slow, not worth it. Getting the iPad Mini 7 is awesome. I do think you could go with the iPad Mini 6 still and be completely fine, because like I said, once you load up stuff, it is still pretty good. The iPad Mini 6 runs fine to me, but if you're looking for really great battery life, iPad Mini 7 is where it's at. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you coming from an iPad Mini 4, iPad Mini 5? Will you upgrade to the 6, which is a great option for your budget because it still works fantastic? Or are you going to go up to the iPad Mini 7? Let me know. Like this video if you found it helpful. I will see you guys in the next one.